So we got to hear a little earlier about personalized learning from Todd, and now we've gotten to learn a lot more about personalized learning. And it's almost like it's a way for students to be able to really get what they need from their instruction, and it's a way also for us as faculty to be able to provide that to them as well. Well, we've had a very exciting morning, haven't we? We've learned a lot. And we are at our last tech talk. And we have 2 speakers here and 1 virtually here. Roberto Godino is film faculty here at the Scottsdale School of Film and Theater. Now, Roberto, at the age of just 4 years old, was given his first camera. It was a little plastic camera that he had to beg his mom for. And after a while of going to the store continuously, she finally gave in and got him a little plastic camera, not realizing what that camera would do for Roberto's future. He started taking pictures, and as he continued to take photographs, he learned a lot about framing and lighting and composure of those photographs. And as he took more photos, he got more invested in the field of photography, becoming a photojournalist, working for a newspaper, and learning more and more about photojournalism. Then he shifted and he started working in film. And I asked Roberto what his favorite part of filmmaking is. And he said to me, "It's painting with light." And I thought, wow, that's pretty powerful, this idea of film and painting with light. Brandon Burchard is a student in the Scottsdale School of Film and Theater. And as I mentioned at the beginning, everything at SCC starts and stops with students, beginning and ending with them. And Brandon is a student who's been with us and is right in the final phases of his degree. But I asked him, well, are you graduating in May? And he said, I want to get as much as I can out of this program. I want to take every course I can and make as many contacts and network as much as I can while I'm in the program before I graduate. So he's like, I'm kind of a senior in the program, but I want to get as much as I can out of it. And like Roberto, his favorite part of filmmaking is also cinematography. He's very creative, and he likes not only filmmaking, but he also plays guitar and drums. Now, you didn't know when you were coming in today that you were going to be at the world premiere of a film. But Brandon has been, and Colin O'Brien, who's going to be with us virtually, and you'll learn more about Colin when you see him. Brandon is doing his world premiere of his music video that not only did he create this music video, but his band also played the music. So don't go anywhere, because this is going to be really exciting. And I think it's just absolutely amazing and so exciting that we get to witness this experience with our students. And so I just can't wait for you to see it. And I can't wait to see it too, because I wanted it to be my world premiere too, even though I could have looked at it. So please join me in welcoming Roberto and Brandon in person and Colin virtually.
Thank you for the introduction.
You're welcome.
It all started with a need. So when I first came to Scottsdale Community College from UCLA and started teaching my cinematography classes, which involve both camera and lighting, I noticed that film students really had a need to collaborate. A need to collaborate with students from other departments, such as theater, students from interior design. So because of this collaboration, I thought, well, not only did they need collaboration, but when I was on set with them, I noticed that they had to do everything, from setting up flats, like we could see here, to finding wardrobe, to finding actors. They had to cast for actors. They had to find props and set dressings. So because of this, I thought, well, they're not really doing what they're supposed to do in class. They're supposed to be doing cinematography, which is, again, like I mentioned, lighting and camera. So I thought, well, how can I get them to focus on what the purpose of the class is? And I thought, well, for one, I could get them to collaborate, because I noticed several times that you would have a set sort of like this, with bare walls in the back. This film, by the way, turned out really well, But it was very sparse, as you could see. This flat, it was just painted over without much set dressing, without props or anything on the wall. So one of the things that I found here at Scottsdale Community College is that it's very collaborative. So I thought, well, how can we find those partnerships with various different faculty members or other departments? So one of the first people I spoke with is Amanda Embry. So she's the co-chair of the Scottsdale School of Film and Theater. And when I had a conversation with her, she said, well, we have great friends in the interior design department. So we started having a conversation with Rachel Simmons, who I met from the new faculty experience. And from there, we also invited Chuck Cooper, one of the distinguished faculty members here at SCC. We all sat together and brainstormed and thought, how can we create these collaborations between students? So one of the main objectives that we found was to connect students to collaborate. So based on those discussions that we had, we thought, well, geographically, we're kind of dispersed. So we have the film department towards the north end of campus, and then we have interior design towards the east side of campus, and then all the way at the other end of campus, we have the theater department. So we're geographically dispersed. We thought there's got to be a better way to connect our students. So one of the major insights we had was students create and maintain relationships through technology. Much like Anthony mentioned, a lot of these interactions, a lot of these collaborations are happening digitally. So we knew we wanted to be in the digital realm. Students are connecting on Instagram, students are connecting on Snapchat, students are connecting on Twitter, and also on Facebook. And also, much like Anthony mentioned, they're on mobile, as we could see here. So, clicking back one of the main missions we had was to meet students where they are. So this was our mantra: meet students where they are. In other words, be where the audience is. So as educators, we very much wanted to be where the audience is. From the objective, from the mission, our big idea was to create a Facebook page called the Collaboration Link. So this is what the Collaboration Link looks like. It's a Facebook page where students are able to interact with one another. They're able to send direct messages to each other. So there's that interaction, there's that 21st century communication that Anthony spoke about, and that we all very much need to integrate into the curriculum. 21st century communication. That type of communication, not only do they need it now, but students will also need that in the future. Not only that, but Facebook is also a free channel. It's a free platform. We don't need a big budget. We don't need any budget, really, to use Facebook. Also, netiquette, as you can see here. We're making a point of guiding students on how to use this channel to communicate with one another. So setting those guidelines. Also, we wanted to make sure that we're mobile friendly. And as we know, Facebook is mobile friendly. So students are able to get on their phone, they're able to DM or post their projects onto the collaboration link. So really, the way it works is a film student would take what we call a lookbook, a collection of 5 different images, post them on Facebook on the collaboration link, add their script, and basically pitch their project to collaborators across campus, be it a production designer from the theater department, be it an interior designer from the interior design department, be it an editor from the Scottsdale School of Film and Theater. So it's a built-in channel where people could communicate, and it was the most appropriate channel for us to use based on our needs. Here we could see Colette. She's reaching out to a designer, so the interaction happens between both filmmaker and design student. Not only is it a one-way street, though, we want this communication and collaboration to happen across departments. So we have a student here in Chad who's interested in production design reaching out to film students because he knew that he could use this channel to help build his own portfolio of work. And that was the major outcome we wanted for the students to realize. You could collaborate with someone else. You could create a great reel, which is really your calling card as a filmmaker. You can also do interior design. And those photos you could use for your portfolio, also for your career. Something interesting we found, it was a great surprise to find as well. Faculty members started using the collaboration link. So we didn't expect faculty members to use it, and it was such a welcome surprise. Danielle Stallings, another faculty member from the Scottsdale School of Film and Theater, she used it to look for and cast actors for some of her short films in her 135 class in production. So all of these collaborations were happening organically. This wasn't additional work put on me or anyone else really in the department. As they say, we just basically built it, and they came. So speaking about collaboration, I'm going to let Brandon speak about the collaboration he had with Colin.
All right. So the collaboration link from the student's perspective, that would be me, the student. Please forgive me, I'm no public speaker, so bear with me. But I first heard about the link when Roberto shared it with our class. He said he was working on it, asked us kind of how we felt about it. And to me, it sounded like a wonderful idea. With so many great students here at the film school and the theater department at SCC, it's a great way to bring them closer and allow them the ability to work together. So what he had us do was he had us post our project ideas on the page, asking if anybody else wanted to help out with whatever it is we needed. Like he said, from directing to producing to acting, etc. Now, when I first made my post, I honestly thought that I had everything I needed already, so I didn't think much would actually come of it. Just kind of did it because we had to. But as the date of my shoot approached, I actually was contacted by a fellow student of mine. He basically said, I like your style, and I want to work with you. And that right there was pretty awesome. I mean, to have a peer of mine say that he likes what I'm doing and he wants to work with me, hell yeah. That's what this business is all about. I mean, it's about networking and meeting fellow like-minded people that you could come together with and create something that you're proud of. So I contacted him back. I said, yeah, I do need some help on the production side, and I'd love to work with you. So it ended up being a tremendous help. He was able to gather a few things we needed design-wise. He showed up the day of the shoot, provided our crew with crafty, which is always a good thing. He even stuck around set and got his hands dirty doing a little grip work, so it ended up being a useful tool. And it got me thinking that this connection may not have ever happened without the collaboration link, so it was definitely a great tool to have. Now, unfortunately, my producer Colin, he's not here with us today. He's actually up in Utah for the Sundance Film Festival, but he was able to create a little video for us, kind of introducing himself and sharing his side of the story. So here he is.
Hi everyone, my name is Colin O'Brien. I'm out here in Utah at the Sundance Film Festival. To begin, I met Brandon in a previous class where I saw one of his music videos. I thought it had great cinematography and I wanted to try and work with him on a future project. The next semester I met with Roberto. He said he created a collaboration link so that students could get in touch with each other a little easier on future projects. So I went online and saw that Brandon was actually creating another music video that following semester. So I got in touch with him right away. I asked, hey, do you need a director? Because that's what I'm focusing on. And he said, no, I already have one, but you know what, I do need a producer. Can you help? I said, absolutely, I love helping out. And he said, well, we need some set dressings. I said, perfect. I know where to go. I had some contacts in the theater department, so I was able to help out there. The day of the shoot, I was able to bring crafty, which is food for everyone on set so they stay full and stay happy while they work. And then during the shoot, I was able to help out in various positions. So we had a great time, a lot of fun. We had some great shots in, and I can't wait to see the final piece. And I'm sure that you'll all enjoy the final piece too. So take care, enjoy.
All right, so that's Colin. So Lisa did a really good job of hyping my video up. I do want to forewarn, it's just a clip. It's not the entirety. We are in the editing phase still. So this is a small clip of my upcoming music video, and I do hope you guys enjoy. Thank you.
So really, what a creative mind to create this. So yes, I mean, much deserved round of applause for both Brandon and Colin. They did such an excellent job. And like Lisa mentioned, it is all about student success. And I think that success is reflected not only in Brandon and Colin, but all of the other students in our advanced cinematography class, as well as my other classes and all of your classes. And I think for me, what I learned from this experience was that, again, we have to meet students where they are, be it on social media channels, be it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, whatever other social media channel you could think of. But beyond that, I learned that we have to also be helping students learn and know how to use 21st century communication tools now and for their careers in the future. Another takeaway for me as well was that these social media channels, it doesn't just have to be Facebook. It doesn't just have to be Instagram. It doesn't have to be a social media channel. It could be any other digital channel or platform that you could think of to connect with students. So it doesn't have to be specifically social media. Not only that, it could also be something that's very low budget, something that's accessible. As you can see here, we had a blast on the shoot, and that's because we were able to meet students where they are. And I invite you to also meet students where they are. And as long as you and I continue meeting students where they are, we can successfully move forward into the 21st century. Thank you. All right. Good job, sir.
Thanks so much. Fantastic job.
Thank you.
Thank you.